served 13 years in the military. How can the military take a group of people from all over the world with different cultures, different religions, different belief systems, bring them all together, and within 60 days, they walk away all the same? How does that happen? Every single day when we would wake up in the morning, we had to go on a run, and we would sing
This has been
out.
the most important thing in the last 4 months for me, and doing expansion pack and hosting the show. It's been um, growing. It's been trying to find a way to keep on making myself better and better and better and better. And I found a new way, which is very interesting to me because I didn't like it before, and now it's like an open avenue, and it's so much that I avoided before, and that's learning how things are made, and not just like a watch or a clock, but literally how your brain is made, or how your arm is made, what veins run through it, and which capillaries open up when your ventricle be closing down. And yeah, you know what I mean. So let's look at some direct anatomy of the brain. Now you know we got to go over to. We can't get the good videos. We gotta get the knockoff videos. All right. Hey, what's up? Welcome to the holiday season of Expansion Pack. I am your host, Dan F. Man. It's good to be in here again. This is episode 45. 45! Y'all tap in, tune in as usual. I wanted to see this one on the screen myself, so I turned it on the TV. Went ahead and set this up over the weekend to get us feeling right, feeling good. I actually made some changes to how everything is done too, and I'm gonna get some more upgrades in here. Give me a little microphone, give me a script, give me all of that stuff going, so I can give you more original content here on Expansion Pack. But in the meantime, in between time, let's see what we got on the music tip to get us listening to something. Oh, they ain't got the top of my playlist. No, oh, that's the wrong one. Let me get this playing just for a second. That's blasting. My bad, y'all. All right. So today we're gonna be checking our manifest, and what that means is you might not think of certain words in a certain way. Let me turn the music down just a little bit more, or in a certain light, until you hear them put into the certain context. Just like you wouldn't know something until you've experienced it, like eating and tasting. So, um, manifest, you may look at it in the terms of your thoughts coming to life, or you're trying to get something out of somewhere that isn't here. All right, that's cool and all. But what about in terms of a flight? The manifest is all of the items, all of the people, you know, that are going on that flight or on that trip. So, who or what are you taking along on your trip through life? So, Mindful Mondays, we keep it mindful on them. We're going to check our manifest today. All right, let's roll that. See what we got up first. I'm going to go over to my other scene. Why the music got back so loud in my ears? Music is banging in my ears. All right, music, I don't need you no more. Hold on. Y'all know the software do what it wants sometimes. So, all right, let's see what we got up first. Let's go. So I figured out how to do the video thing. Hey, what's up, Zanita67? Glad to have you in here. I hope that this screen works out a little bit better for y'all to be able to see these videos. Um, so I worked out how to get us some good content good messages to us without, doing too much. Um, so first, let's look up the definition. Now I'll kick back and play the game in a minute. All right. So that is not that big on y'all screen, but I can always do this. Bing. There you go. All right. Manifest.
Manifest.
Let's see if y'all can hear that. Right there. Remove. Let's see how loud it is.
Manifest.
That's real loud on y'all. Let me get that audio right.
Manifest.
There you go. All right. So manifest. Clear or obvious to the eye or mind. Display or show a quality or feeling by one's acts or appearance. Demonstrate. All right. So listen. We're going to check our manifest today, and our manifest being us and where we're going. That's our trip or whatever. And we're going to check and see if our actions, our appearances are as we want them as we're going along. Are we demonstrating what's on our manifest as we're going along? All right, let's go. Let me zoom back out on that thing. All right. Let's go back to YouTube real quick. That's what's up. I don't even. Nah, I do want to do it this way. We ain't gonna get all of.
So I did one thing.
We ain't gonna hear everything.
And because of this, suddenly everybody thought I'm become some kind of an enemy. But, family drama started, my mother started crying. So once a month I went to college just to check if they're keeping their part of the deal. What was aimless wandering, now it's become formidable knowledge.
How to convince your parents about your life plans.
Right now, we're in an age where there's so many different offbeat careers coming up. As YouTubers, we get this question all the time. How did you talk to your parents about it? How do we convince our parents about this really new career that we have? I want to ask you, if you had to convince your parents and tell them that this is what you, or what, how did that discussion go? Did that happen where you had to sit them down and tell them that this is what I'm going to do for the rest of my life?
I want to do YouTube now. Like, did that happen with you too?
Right.
Not everybody can be convinced about everything, okay? Some things are just done. So, just to give you an example, when I passed my 12th standard, at that time it was called PUC. After that, I decided I will educate myself. I don't want to go to college. This is a family where everybody is educated. Not going to college is like sacrilege. At least today, there is a little more flexibility. Those days, it's like if you don't go to college, you're finished. Because now probably if you don't go to college, you may lose your lifestyle, but you won't lose your life.
Right.
That was a generation, if you don't go to college, you lost your life, you're on the street, that's about it. So they were terrified of this. My father being a physician, he was just freaked about it.
I could imagine.
He was a very studious man, all his life, first, second, third in everything that he has done. So he couldn't believe this, that I want to educate myself. So I did one thing. And because of this, suddenly everybody thought I'm become some kind of an enemy. And they were not even talking to me properly. I did one thing. I was just to tell you, I was such a big eater. I would eat 10 times, more, at least 10 times of what I eat today. But I never was putting on weight or anything because my level of physical activity was such. I could just run up a coconut tree, I was made like that. So I was every day cycling about 50, 60 kilometers, swimming in the Kaveri and going back like this, so eating this. I decided to go to the Mysore University library. Every day when they open at 9, I went, 8 in the evening they close. That entire time I sat there, read all kinds of stuff.
Yes, sir.
From Homer,
Yes,
popular
sir.
mechanics, to National Geographic, to literature, to geography, this, that, whatever.
Right.
Whatever came my way, every day for 1 year, I read like this, just all kinds of things. But the most important thing for me was, though I was such a huge eater at that time, this 1 year I went without a meal. Morning I ate as much as I could, breakfast at home, and I went there and sat there the entire day without a meal, which was a huge achievement for me, because without food I could stay.
Right.
This kind of expanded my way of looking at life. But, family drama started, my mother started crying when the next academic year comes, go to college, go to college, go to college. Then I said, if I must go to college, I'll go for literature. My father said, what will you do reading poetry? You must become a doctor. He has seat ready for me in the medical college, everything. I said no. Then they said, okay, at least do engineering.
Right.
And I said, see, if I say I don't want to be a doctor, if you told me become a veterinary doctor, Ayurvedic doctor, at least a witch doctor, I would look at it. If I say no doctor, you say engineer, I'm not going to listen to this. Your problem is society, your problem is not me. So I just went for literature, and these 3 years, I went there in the beginning and they all had ready-made notes, the teachers, they would read, and everybody writing down. Those days fountain pens, kara 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 kara, it makes noise, it just irritated me. I said, I don't want to listen to this kara kara noise. I gave them a suggestion, if you give that notes wherever you got it, we will photocopy it and give it back to you. We don't have to come, you don't have to come. Then if I'm there, I'll ask 100 questions. So they didn't like it, then I made a deal with all the teachers that they'll give me attendance. That was my only concern. So once a month I went to college just to check if they're keeping their part of the deal. So I explored the geography of Mysore district in such a way, every village track, every hill that is there, every little bird nest, whatever is there, everything I paid attention, just wandering aimlessly. But today, like when I went for the Rally for Rivers board where all the top experts are there, some questions came up when I just telling them casually, they said, Sadhguru, how do you know all this? I said, what was aimless wandering?
Yes, sir.
Where I paid absolute attention to everything, from a worm to an insect to anything and everything I paid attention. Now it's become formidable knowledge. I never intended to learn anything, I just paid attention because it was life. And this is all it takes.
Yes, sir. So, now, where he can tell that story from is, let's not call it the end of his life or nothing like that, but it's a nice ending point from where he can tell that story, and let's say that we have the vision to be able to see where we're going enough to be able to know that we're absolutely on the right track. It's still gonna be tough, sure, at the end of the day, you got this nice, neat story where you overcame this and you knocked down that barrier, and it was tough on you in this way and that way. But what he did say that I really want to point out is that he was able to really focus on what it is he was looking at, what it is he was doing when he was wandering. It wasn't like he was just out there and not even paying attention. And then he was able to recall the knowledge because he paid such close attention to detail on it. And I feel that is the most important thing for us. You gotta be able to check those details for yourself. Me personally, this is my moment to talk. Me personally, checking the details has been a constant thing for me. So in a way that I kind of got lost in the sauce on checking the details. And what I mean is, it's supposed to go this way. It's supposed to go that way. So I got to do it this way so that it'll go that way. But then it's going this way. So I got to. And in constantly doing that, I didn't do myself any justice or no justice by just paying attention to how it is going and filling in my part. Now, put it like this. Let's say the script, somebody wrote a script, right? And they give it to the actors, the directors, right? And every single time that the actor or the director is trying to get that scene to trying to start that scene, the script writer is diving in like, no, I wrote it like this. He's not saying it right. Let's not do it like that. It would get annoying. And eventually, the screenwriter would have to sit back and say, I gave it to them. It's in their hands. I did my part to develop it. And so we got to let it go and let it develop on its own. And once you check yourself and your manifest, you cannot develop anybody else's except for just adding your manifest to theirs. If that does not make sense, let me say it again. You have your stuff. Check, boom, boom, boom. All right, I got that. The only thing you can do after that is go put it, if you want to add somebody else to what you're doing, is either add what they got in their manifest to you or add your manifest to theirs. You're not going to be them and actually have their manifest, but you can take everything that is attached to them onto you. And what that looks like in a perfect world is we know what we have. We know exactly what you got. I know what I got, and everybody's in the clear. We're in the clear. We're gonna get out of here. Check 2 pilot. We're gonna get out of here. Everybody knows what we have. That's what it looks like in a perfect world. What it looks like in the actual world that we living in is you don't know what someone is bringing to the table. You don't know necessarily what somebody is bringing to your day-to-day life. You kind of figure it out as you're going along. Am I right or am I wrong? They don't come with a nice, neat written checklist of what it is they're going to do to you. Yeah, next Thursday I'm going to call you out on that. Just wait. I'm going to hand it over. You got your report on what you're going to do next Thursday? Yeah, I'm going to call you out on several things next Thursday. Be ready for it. 9 p.m.? 9 p.m., yeah. No, people don't do that. There's not a neat instruction manual on what everybody is bringing to the table. And look, let me give you a better analogy than just that. So when you playing cards, let's say specifically spades, the reason why it's so important that your partner know what they doing and know at least what cards are in the deck and what they mean, that it's undeniable. Now, what I'm getting at as I finish this exercise, I didn't do it in enough time. What I'm getting at is we all know it's 52 cards in the deck. I can name every single card in the deck. That's valuable knowledge right there. All right? Because some people have not realized that it's 4 suits in the deck, so it's 4 of every single card. They may have the base knowledge that it's 52, but then they kind of like, oh, well, you got your 8 of, what's that deck, what that suit is. So when you get with them in the spade game, yeah, sure, they know all of the rules, but they don't even know all the cards that's in the deck, even though it's obvious. So now it's easy knowledge to know everything that is there, right? You know everything that's there. You know ace of spades, ace of diamond, ace of heart, and then them clubs. You know that. You know it's all four of them. But how I'm gonna play them, you don't know that. I'm gonna switch it up on you. I'm gonna bow. Yeah, you dig? I'm gonna bow. Hey, bow. Got it. Got all the books. Ran it up on you. I know I said I got about 9, but we ran 12. That's the difference. That is the difference. And the good part about it all is you can even calculate every which way that somebody would play in the midst of you doing it. So you become a good player. It's just like basketball. When you playing basketball, if you've ever played basketball, you flowing. You know what I'm saying? You ain't guessing if they gonna cross right. They gotta and if they do something different, you go with that. That what makes you a good basketball player. So what I'm getting at is when you're dealing with other people, however, they don't forecast what it is that they're going to do. They don't forecast their moves. They give you a little bit of something to hold on to, but they don't obviously tell you what it is they're going to do day to day. And if you meet somebody that's like that, you're probably annoyed at them and don't like it. Stop telling me. So it goes both ways. All I'm trying to say is you have to check your manifest so you at least know what you're bringing into any situation, to the table, any analogy that we can put on that. If you don't check your manifest, you ain't going to be able to necessarily check that person manifest today. You got to wait 3 to 4 to 5 to 60 years. Even you will never even know what all they got in their manifest. You understand? So with that right there, you go back to you. You just go back right into you and say, hey, I own 3 couches. That's part of my manifest. I feel like this about my 3 couches. That is also part of my manifest. Those 3 couches are in my living room. That is also a part of my manifest. And I feel like this about my living room. That is also part of my manifest. So you got to check yourself. You got to check your manifest. Now, everybody's always used to manifestation is, I'm trying to bring stuff out of my mind. Well, maybe some of that stuff that you trying to manifest out of your mind need to stay in your mind. I'm just saying, that was funny. That was a joke. All right. Now, let's hop over to TikTok and see what TikTok got to say. TikTok gonna tell you, you are the best. You can do anything. You manifest. Bruh, y'all got to stop putting scary stuff. People gonna be like, they don't want to see me go over to TikTok no more. You got scary stuff popping up on the screen as soon as I get there. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Nasperate popping up on the screen. I don't want to see that. All right. Anyway, let me get something good for y'all. Let's see what TikTok say.
One of the fastest ways to create something in your physical reality is to reverse the normal process by which we create things. Usually we create things first by thinking about it. I think I'll go to that party. And then we say something about it, as in, Matilda, I'm coming to your party tonight. And then we do something about it, as in showing up at the party. Here I am, just as I said I would be, because I thunked the thought this morning. Okay? That's generally how we produce things in our reality. In fact, everything in this room was once a thought in someone's mind. There is nothing that was not once a thought in someone's mind somewhere. But if you want to really play tricks with the universe and create magic with the stuff of life itself, reverse the thought, word, deed paradigm. Turn it upside
Deed,
down. Start
word.
with the deed. That is to say, act as if. If you want to experience abundance, be abundant. And do as abundance does.
Yes, sir.
Therefore, if you have only
That
$5
made
left
perfect
in your
sense
bank,
now.
go to a store and get transferred, made into singles. You take 5 singles and walk down the street and give a single to each of 5 people who have even less than you do. And by the way, you will find those people very easily.
That's my man's. I had enjoyed that. He broke that down better than I've ever heard.
Something easy so you can prove to yourself that this works, and then come back and use this for something else. First, be very specific about the thing that you want, whatever it is. Once you have it in your mind exactly what it is that you want, I want you to look around at your current reality. And I want you to ask yourself what it feels like to be you right now. You might notice that there's a part of you that is pushing or resisting your current experience. And I want you to give yourself complete and total permission to accept exactly how it feels to be you right now. I also want you to give yourself permission to accept the reality that you are living right now. This might feel weird because, of course, you want to change your reality. Of course, you want something different. But what you're doing is you're slowing down the resistance that you have to this reality so that you're able to let in a new one. It's completely safe to accept and to be present with your experience right now. Unless, of course, you're in an emergency, at which point you should call 911. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to imagine that someone like God or the universe or a loved one that has passed away comes down on a cloud and says to you, congratulations, you are going to receive the exact thing that you are wanting to receive. Feel the joy of that. Feel how good it feels to be told that you are going to receive exactly what you're looking for. Now I want you to look around at your current reality in the context of knowing that you are going to receive exactly what it is that you want. How does it feel to be in this reality now, knowing this? I want you to feel how it feels to be in your current reality, knowing that everything you want is on the way. And just allow yourself to feel these feelings for a little while. When you're done, I want you to write in the comments, it's done, and favorite.
All right, I'll come back.
That manifestation is real. If you want proof that the universe is always listening and responding to you,
Do this.
watch this video. I'm going to teach you a...
That's what's up.
only see one video from my page, please let it be this one. Because when
That's what's up.
Anything you say with the words
I want to hear
am,
my man's.
your subconscious will then take that as a command.
4th grade, I went in my closet. I said, I am going to the NBA. Anything you invoke with I am, the power of manifestation and what can happen in the universe comes true.
Every time you use the word I am and you say I am weak, I am poor, that's blasphemy, because the highest place within you is called I am.
I don't
Yes,
wanna
sir.
be anything. I am everything I want to be, and I'm already there.
I am.
Whatever we say is what our
Thank
life
you.
will be.
So this is why the
Thank
people
y'all.
that live the most effective lives are always acting as if they're in the future.
I am.
Perfect. Not waiting to get there. Right.
They're my people right there.
Talk
Hey.
about manifesting. It's fucking real, man. Manifesting is real. When you figure out who you are and what you want to do, and you devote your life to it like a maniac, like you're all in on this thing, and you manifest, most of these people end up doing what they say they're going to do and being who they say they're going to become. It's real. And there's no excuses. There's no not willing to grind and everybody's against me and this didn't happen for me because of this and that and all this whining. It's these people who dive in and they're hardcore and they're focused and they know what they want. They know who they are. And they lay out these short-term goals and this roadmap on how to get there. Most of those people make it.
The power of the mind.
If you can see it here and you have the courage enough to speak it, it will happen.
Everything comes from the imagination.
And they talk about manifesting. It's fucking real, man. Manifesting is real.
I am. Hey, what's up, O? What's happening?
Manifested things that I'm just like, I still shock myself.
Happy holidays.
How did I make that happen?
If you can't imagine yourself doing something, if you can't imagine yourself doing something, then you're not gonna fucking make it.
When you figure out who you are and what you want to do, and you devote your life to it, like you're all in on this thing, and you manifest, most of these people end up doing what they say they're going to do and being who they say they're going to become.
The law of attraction, I wasn't interested. I was almost laughing at it. But then I eventually watched a movie on it and read some books on it, and then it started to resonate with me, like to keep positive and have belief in where you're going, and you're able to create your entire world.
Be careful with this money affirmation because.
Okay, we will. We'll skip you.
I can never make out.
Yeah.
I don't understand how women find and discover the power of manifestation. Literally being able to bring anything that you want into your reality. Like anything that you can think of in your brain. Total success, a 60.
Y'all need to see her.
Social media fame, being famous, being an actress, being a famous model. And you're gonna waste it on manifesting your ex back into your life. You're gonna waste that power on a man that does not want your ass. Why would you do that?
Thank you. Same to you. Yes, you know it.
I go to look at manifesting techniques, how to manifest my ex back into my life. Like you can have anything. You can manifest a new man.
So this is how to manifest anything from the point of view of a neuroscientist, and we're going to cut out all the fluffy woo-woo stuff. And by the way, my name's Taylor Money. I'm here to make you as abundant as humanly possible, so if you want to be abundant, follow for more. Okay, so you're going to take a pencil, you're going to write your intention down, then you're going to read it silently. After that, you're going to read it aloud, and then you're going to visualize it becoming a reality and feeling the feelings that you anticipate feeling when it becomes a reality. So what that's going to do is going to embed it into your subconscious mind, and then these different cognitive brain networks in your head can activate. So the intention of this is to use as many sensory organs as possible when you're thinking and feeling and seeing this coming to be in your own life, so that it can activate all parts of your brain, and then not only your conscious mind, your day-to-day thinking mind, but your subconscious mind, the thing that is tapped into all that is, the mystery, the great thing, will be working toward the intention that you've set because you've embedded it into your subconscious. Write down the word sub in the comments right now, just S-U-B, so you remember.
Play this game and you will receive a manifestation in the next 24 hours. Mark my words, I know what I'm talking about. It's your favorite manifestation coach, and I play games every single day, but today's is going to be a little bit different. Instead of playing Thankful Thursday, we're going to be playing Thank You Thursday. First things first, I need you to figure out what you are going to call in the next 24 hours. This needs to be something that you and your subconscious are on the same page about, okay? Do not say, I'm going to get $1 million overnight, and then your subconscious is like, girl, we have trouble manifesting $20. It needs to be something that you believe that you can call in the next 24 hours. And then I want you to repeat this affirmation. Thank you, whatever your name is, for bringing me blank manifestation in 24 hours. Why are we adding our own names in there? Because you are in charge of your reality. You are your own power. The universe is energy, okay? So when you're asking the universe for things, you're asking yourself, your energy. This is why you have to get into alignment with your higher self, okay? You are powerful AF, and I want you to tap into that energy today. So, thank you so much, Pebbles, for bringing me in $2,000 today, okay? You're amazing. I love you. Whatever you want to do. But you need to say thank you to yourself for bringing you your desire.
I wish someone would have explained manifestation to me like this because it can be so simple. So, welcome to Manifestation 101.
Let's see my mans.
Your dream life keyword.
After this game, I'm going to talk to y'all some more.
All you need to know is 3 simple things to master this process. And then I'm going to give you a little bit of homework of what you can do right now, starting today, to make this work for you. All right, so how can you master manifestation? First, you have to understand that you are comprised of your thoughts, your beliefs, and your feelings. So when you add up all these bad boys,
these bad boys,
your state of being. A little bonus, I like to call this your identity, who you are as a person. Let's say you constantly have thoughts of self-doubt and stress, and you believe that life is difficult and things don't work out for you, and that leads to feelings of sadness and sorrow and victimhood. Well, there's a thing called the law of vibration that says everything emits a vibrational frequency, which means this state of being and identity you have emits a specific vibration. That's called the law of vibration. Then by the law of attraction, similar vibrations attract similar vibration. The law of attraction. You emit a vibrational frequency. This attracts a specific outcome, a result. This could be be a person, this could be a financial income, this could be a problem, a situation, this could be anything. But look, you're a happy guy, happy chappy. You have the power to control any of these. And when you change any of these, let's say now you're like, I have thoughts
I like his
of
pictures.
I'm awesome and I love myself. I'm doing the best I can. I believe that life always works out for me no matter what. This leads to feelings of security and happiness and peace. And look, it's not that easy. You don't just change this overnight. But when you make little micro changes across these, it eventually changes your state of being and your total identity. This makes you then emit a very different frequency, which
Yes.
leads, like a star, to a much better outcome. Get out of here, little square. And so, to manifest your dream life fast, you literally just need to master these steps. Control, watch your self-talk, decide what beliefs govern your life, and actively choose to live in emotions that are positive and empowering. But I get it. You're like, John, that's all nice and fun when you explain it like that, but it is so freaking hard, especially when you get stuck in your head and you just, things are just so stressful and there's just problem after problem. I got you. I got you. What can you do to make this work right now for you? It's 3 simple steps. I'm going to put them in order of least important to the most important, the big bad boy. Number 1, affirmations. I want you to get really good at having these go-to phrases that start to influence your thoughts, beliefs, and feelings. The most common ones you've heard of are I am affirmations, like I am worthy, I am fulfilled, I am capable, I am loving, I am love itself. Those are great. Start there, but I'm gonna help you go one step further on this. All right, you're going to use these 3 keyword phrases. By the way, these are aligned with different chakra points in your body. That's a story for another time. But I am.
There you go again.
Is very different from I feel loved and whole. Is very different from I understand that I don't need to do anything or achieve anything to be fully loved and lovable. Or I am wealthy, I feel wealthy, I understand that attracting and building wealth is easy and fun. Start just brainstorming ones that fit your life and where you want to go and what identity you're building. And start saying these literally every day. Number 2, you're going to journal. And I am talking every day on this bad boy too. This is like tapping into your soul. This is starting to build a little bit of the new identity. This is like letting the old stuff out. I journal every morning and every night. In the morning, I try to set like the focus for the day, and then at the evening, I try to reflect on the day and feelings on this. I also had a friend who was saying she was journaling every 30 days. This is intense. On your biggest trauma or stress in life. What you really want to do is let the junk out. There's so much swirling around up in this happy little brain of yours, and you just need to give it space. And what I recommend you do here, is you're going to journal on feelings. How are you feeling day to day? Are you holding on to anything? Was there any unprocessed emotions from the past? Ding, ding, ding. And there are. You need to let go of. And then journal about the future. What is the future life you want to live? The dreams of who you want to become to attract this star outcome. And just have fun with this. This is just open period for you to just do whatever you want. I heard a really cool quote that said journaling is like whispering to the soul. Ooh, I love that. All right, number 3, you're going to love this. You are going to meditate. Yes, I know you've tried before. It's so hard. It's so difficult. I get it. Me too. I literally tried meditating for 5 years across apps, in-person events, guided ones, unguided. I've tried literally, no joke, 15 different types of meditation. Some are awesome, by the way. The one that finally clicked for me is Dr. Joe Dispenza. Why I really recommend this guy over other meditation practices is he helps you do exactly what you want to do up here. He helps prime your thoughts and beliefs and feelings into what you want to attract, who you want to become, the future
That felt good.
that you want to create. I find his meditations are like in 2 parts. 1, he gets you into state, and 2, he helps you define and create the new you. Seriously, I tried meditation for like 5 years and nothing was clicking, and then I did this, guys, and I was like, whoa, I get it now. Quick recap.
that you are made up of your thoughts, beliefs, feelings. That's your state of being. The law of vibration says you emit a vibration based on this. The law of attraction says you're going to attract whatever you think, believe, and feel. We want to replace those with good things and not negative, stressful things. And you can do that by doing affirmations, journaling, and meditating daily. If you're just starting off, just choose 3 affirmations. Just choose 3 affirmations that you can start saying every day. I want you to journal for 15 minutes every day, and I want you to meditate. To start, whoa, hello, oh my God, here we go. 15 minutes, is that clear? And just work your way up on this one. You can just Google Dr. Joe Dispenza on YouTube, and that is it. Enjoy your
That's my
life,
man's.
my friends.
So, think about yourself like this. Instead of you being a person that walks around, can take care of itself, think of yourself like a couch. You're just a couch. You sit there all day, and people sit on you. When you get stink, someone has to clean you. When you get dirty, someone has to clean you. When you need to switch into the bed mode, someone has to pull out the bed. You're just a couch. Anything that goes on with you has to do with other people. So when you look at yourself like that, you can't get much done for yourself. You can't. You're just a couch. People sit on you, clean you, pull out the sofa from within you, but you can't do anything for yourself. Now, if you look at yourself like a plant even, a plant, its roots can go and find water. It can use its leaves to reach up and get the sunlight. So it's self-sufficient, you know? So now let's upgrade you one more time. Look at yourself like you. What level of care are you on with yourself? Can you use your hands to go out and find your own food? Can you use your eyes to seek out the truth? Anyway, let's just move on just slightly further into what it might be in your manifest. You know, you got to check your manifest. Check and see what is, are you putting in what you want to get out? All right. I'm trying to figure out how to search this, what I'm thinking. Let's go back to YouTube real quick. All right. Positive effects. I spelled positive wrong. Effects of I am. Hold on, y'all. Gotta put my little filter on. Hey. Okay, hold on. Let's just search I am. See, there you go. The power of I am. How did I know that it would be something out there that said that? All right. You know, Sadhguru got it for us all the time. I was looking for somebody else other than him, though. Ooh, that look like it'd be alright. Alright, let's go ahead, go to site.
Why is everyone spiraling over YouTube banning ad blockers? Like, chill guys, just use Pi. It's a free Chrome extension that's actually made by one of the founders of Honey, and it basically blocks.
Hey Psych2Goers, welcome back to our channel. How do you know if someone is as mature as they appear? Is your grandpa Frank really as wise as he says? Although we often associate maturity with age, There's also emotional maturity to consider as well. You don't need to be in your 70s to be emotionally mature or wise. Some people can be well into their adult life, yet they lack the maturity of some of their younger counterparts. So, how can you tell if someone is really mature and wise? Here are 7 signs someone is truly mature. Number 1, their choices are based off their character instead of their feelings. Do you let your emotions get the best of you? Does this often result in poor decisions? Those who are emotionally mature base most of their choices on their character as opposed to their feelings. They take time to assess the situation and evaluate. They have a set of values they live by. And it's these values that take the lead rather than a sudden negative emotion. It's their character that ends up controlling their emotions. They simply need to remember who they are and what they stand for.
You hear that,
calm
Zanita
down
67?
any biased feelings that can contribute to poor decision making. Number 2, they are patient. Patience is a virtue. While it certainly is for the wise. If you're mature, you realize that large goals often take a good amount of time and effort to achieve. Those who are mature will work hard to get what they want, but they also understand that they can't get it done at the drop of a hat. Good things often take time, and because of their patience, they often realize that everyone else has their own troubles and conflicts to deal with as well. This leads to them being patient with others as well. Number 3, they keep long-term commitments and promises. A promise is a promise, and it'd be wise to see through with the promises you make. When a mature person makes a commitment, they keep it. When feelings of motivation are no longer present, they don't let that stop them. They push through any feelings of frustration or boredom because they know the reward awaits at the finish line. Gratification comes later, but it's well worth it to them. Number 4, they actively listen more and talk less. People value those who actively listen in a conversation. Those who engage back with them and respond with thoughtful ideas and add value to the conversation. They don't just focus on what their response will be and when they'll get a chance to share it. Instead, they take into account the other individual's points and use them to give a thoughtful response. This makes for much more interesting discussions that lead to understanding each other's opinions. Mature individuals also realize that there's a lot to learn from others. Choosing to observe others and listen to what they have to say gives them a greater opportunity to learn from them, determine their view, and then give a thoughtful response. Number 5, they don't need attention and possess a sense of humility. Mature people are humble and don't often seek attention to themselves. They realize that they've learned from others and can learn more from them as well. They don't put themselves above others simply because they've succeeded. They instead treat everyone with kindness and openness. A mature person can still be confident and proud of their achievements, but they don't need praise from others to be happy with themselves. Being proud of themselves is enough. Number 6, they're open-minded. Time to open your mind. If you're mature, you're often open-minded and respectful of contrasting opinions. Those who are mature realize they shouldn't judge others and that each individual has different circumstances. There are different struggles each of us go through, different experiences that lead us to our views. Mature individuals realize this. They also realize there's a lot to learn in life, so it's best to keep an open mind. As wise as they may be, they don't have all the answers. And number 7, they're self-aware and know when to hold themselves accountable. Self-awareness is key in emotional maturity. A wise person knows that they need to step back from any heated situation and assess their feelings. They realize each action has a consequence. Knowing this, they don't just think about the consequences for themselves, but for others too. Their words have weight. Their decisions can lead down so many different paths. Being aware of this prevents them from making poor choices. When they do make a bad decision, they have enough self-awareness and humility to admit they're wrong. They hold themselves accountable, adjust their behaviors, and take responsibility for their actions. It's the mature thing to do. So how mature do you think you are?
I don't know.
Do you think before you act? Are you patient? How many promises do you keep? Feel free to show your self-awareness and take a bit of accountability in the comments down below. It's the wise thing to do, and we're here to...
I'm very, very mature.
The future
What a
is not
mature
just
thing
going
to
to
say.
happen. You have to make it. And if you want a successful business, all it takes is...
Who am I? Is not a question that you ask somebody. It's a question that you ask yourself. You don't know who you are. Is it a small problem? So if you genuinely, if this question is burning within you, then you come.
Pranam Sadhguru. I am from West Bengal. My name is Shourabroto Mukherjee. I have been following you for last 3 months.
Was that a warning?
No. Why, sir?
No.
I have been following you for last few months, and I have been watching your videos, and literally I can say that I'm your fan. But I have one question that I have noticed that you have said that whatever we accumulate in our life, like our salary, our reputation, our wealth, our body fat also, it's all, we can say that it's mine, but it's not me. You say, I have seen this, and it's extremely logical. Sure, I can say that the house is mine, but that's not me. I can say that the body is mine, but that's not me. Then what is me? If I release whatever I earned, if I remove whatever I earned, then what is me? What is my existence? That's what I want to know.
Why are you asking me, Listen now. Well, what is you? Right now, what you think is me is just a bundle of thoughts, emotions, ideas, prejudices, philosophies, ideologies, a hodgepodge of many things that you picked up. You're a scrapbook. That doesn't sound good. No, you're a cocktail. Shall we upgrade him?
I like that.
You're a bouquet of flowers. All right. So what is you? This happened at the Cincinnati airport in Ohio, United States. People had lined up to check in at the airline ticket booth. One man just skipped the line and came straight in the front and thrust his ticket. The lady at the counter, she said, "Sir, there is a line." He said, "No, I'm in a hurry." She said, "Everybody's in a hurry, you're on the same plane. Please stand in the line." Then he said, "Do you know who I am?" She looked at him, promptly picked up the microphone and said, "There is a man here who does not know who he is, can somebody help him?" So,
yes,
who am
sir.
I is not a question that you ask somebody. It's a question that you ask yourself. Make it more and more profound. If you had stood up, this is like what you are asking is like a morning prayer, you know, how people pray. If you can learn one mantra, your child is doing, and phone also you can attend in between. These days, even in the temple, priest is attending the phone in between. All this. This happened closer to Christmas. A lady in Minnesota was praying. It was overheard by the neighbors. She was praying, "Dear God, please this time, last time that old fool Santa Claus came and he mistook my prayers. What I want is a thin, slim body and a fat bank balance. Last time he mistook this." Why I'm saying this is, you please look at all the prayers on the planet. Dear God, give me this, give me that, save me, protect me. Does it look like something divine or does it look like simple survival? Survival, outsourced. To survive on this planet, you just need 4 limbs and a few brain cells which work. So right now, Sadhguru, all that is okay, but I want to know who I am. This whole who am I business became very popular because of Ramana Maharshi, you know. You heard of Ramana Maharshi? He's not a Bengali. So Ramana said, "Who am I?" and sat down there. People today think they don't have to do anything. If they once in a while ask somebody, who am I? They think they're being spiritual. I was teaching a program in Los Angeles. There's a bunch of people, about 150 people, all prominent people, many of them from the Hollywood crowd. And a whole lot of young women were looking similar. They They're not sisters, they have the same doctor. And and then one of them says, Sadhguru, I'm just teaching them a simple 21-minute practice. Why? To turn you inward. Because you're asking this question out. You will not find anything. If I tell you are an Atman, Paramatman, nonsense, where does it take you? Just more vocabulary.
Right.
See, if I tell you are a soul, you are a divine entity, you are Atman, you are Paramatman, you didn't get anywhere. You just got more nonsensical vocabulary. That's all you got. So I said, we're teaching you a simple process, 21 minutes, how to turn inward. But you're telling us all this 21 minutes we have to do all this, but Ramana Maharshi said, you don't have to do anything. I said, whoa, Ramana got to Los Angeles? But Ramana did nothing, that's a fact. He simply sat like that, cross-legged. Simply doing nothing, absolutely. Rodents came and bit and ate his flesh. It festered wounds, became worm-infected. He simply sat doing nothing. If you can do that kind of doing nothing, immediately there is an answer, all right? But now in California, they made like this, if a mosquito bites, they'll call 911. Yes, that's how it is. In this state, you don't ask. So right now, if this is an existential question, this is not a small question. You don't know who you are. Is it a small problem? Huh? It is a fundamental problem, isn't it?
Yes.
And you're getting up and introducing yourself, where you… Bengal you come from and everything. And now you're asking the question is not matured yet. If you stood up and you could not ask question and tears came to you, I would have answered this question completely differently. But now it's a joke, so I'm joking with you. Is that okay? Huh? Question is there, it's a good thing, the question is there. But the question needs sharpness to penetrate. It still doesn't have enough intensity that it can penetrate something. It's right now a casual question. So right now, I can tell you something, who you are, but it's not in your experience. If I tell you something which is not in your experience, what can you do? You can believe it or you can disbelieve it. If you believe it, you are not any closer to it. If you disbelieve it, you're not any closer to it. If you believe me, you can go and tell some fancy positive story. If you disbelieve me, you can go and tell some negative story about me. But you have not moved an inch, isn't it? Yeah. So if you genuinely… if this question is burning within you, if tonight, if this question bothers you so much you cannot sleep, you cannot sit, you cannot stand, if it bothers you like that, then you come, I'll give you something else, something totally different.
I actually enjoyed that answer. I actually enjoyed that answer. All right. Let's do one more psych to go.
This is how AI optimizes my schedule. This meeting got canceled. Hooray! We didn't really want to go anyways. But now I have a free afternoon and 1,000 things I need to get done, so what should I work on during this time? The way I used to do it was spend the entire afternoon trying to figure that out. But this AI…
Hey Psych2Goers, welcome back to our channel. According to statistics, only a small percentage of you who watch our videos are actually subscribed. If you're not subscribed yet and you enjoy what you see, do consider hitting the subscribe button. This encourages YouTube's algorithm in promoting more of our mental health content to more people out there. Have you ever wondered if you're attractive? If you've ever brought up the subject to your closest friends, maybe they've reassured you, insisting you are good looking. But yet, you can't see what they do. And how do you know if they're just being nice? In your mind, your flaws stand out too much. So how can you tell if you are attractive, even if you don't see yourself as so? Here are 6 signs you really are attractive, even if you don't think you are. Number 1, when you look at photos of yourself from months ago as compared to now, you think you looked better then. Have you ever browsed through your social media only to stumble upon a months-old photo of yourself with friends? You do a double take because you surprisingly look better than you thought you did at the time. I don't look that bad at all, you think. But then that photo from yesterday, you can't help but scrutinize. A 2010 study by psychologist Tal Ayal And behavioral scientist Nicholas Epley found that with due time, one is likely to see themselves more abstractly, similar to how others might view their looks. Researchers had photos taken of participants and then asked them to rate their looks based on how others might rate them. Some of the subjects were told their photo would be rated by others the same day, while others were told the photographs would be rated months later. Those who were told their photos would be rated months later were more accurate in how others perceived them. This could be due to the idea that they've imagined enough time between them and the harsh judgments they felt about themselves while taking the photo. Those harsh scrutinies don't seem that important months down the line, right? So this can be a small way to gain some insight into how attractive you are to others. Look at a photo from months ago and one from now. Are you less critical of yourself when judging the older photo? Eyal and Epley's explanation is that you're a better judge of how attractive you are when enough time has passed from when the photo was taken. Number 2, some people seem nervous or different around you. When you find someone good looking, do you often get nervous?
Yes.
Or maybe you have a loss of words and are in awe of how attractive they are. Well, this may happen to others if they think you're attractive as well. They may even act awkward around you because your beauty makes them nervous.
Wow.
If you notice they act awkward or different around you as compared to others, they may just like you.
Have you ever been frustrated that your dinner is taking too long to make and you turn into a hangry T-Rex? Do you want diversity in your meal choices? I didn't realize how much time I was spending on cooking until I tried HelloFresh.
Man, what is girl
our sponsor
going with this? Shut up.
With their quick and easy options, dinner can be made
sorry,
and be put on the table
the
all
ads.
in 20 minutes or less. Don't worry about anything going to waste either. All ingredients are pre-portioned, which means less work, less food waste, and you eat more sustainably. Most importantly, HelloFresh offers a weekly variety of recipes dedicated to healthy living, including low-cal, carb-smart, vegetarian, and pescatarian options. Let's see Sai cook. First, we cut the mushrooms into quarters and roast them. Then we cook the pork and the linguine at the same time. But make sure to stir the pasta occasionally.
A lot of messages on social media.
HelloFresh.com and use the code PSYCH2GO14 to get 14 free meals plus free shipping.
Number 3, you receive a lot of messages on social media. You just posted that selfie of yourself on social media and now the floodgates have opened to random friend requests and flirty messages. Who are these people? And why are they messaging you out of nowhere? Odds are others find you very attractive based on your latest social media post, and some can't help but message you in hopes you'll like them back. Number 4, you catch them staring at you. Do you find others staring at you? Maybe you think there's something on your teeth, or maybe a bug landed on your face. You're thinking of all kinds of scenarios, but maybe they just think you're attractive. Think about it. When we find someone beautiful, all we want to do is catch another quick glance at them. And perhaps that look becomes an awkward stare. So rest assured, there's likely nothing in your teeth. Their eyes are simply gazing at your eyes, not your mouth. Or, well, maybe they're looking at your mouth too. And number 5, you don't get many compliments when you expect them. Some people simply don't compliment that new acquaintance they find most attractive simply because they assume they know. Some may feel like they might not want the extra attention and that too many compliments may come off as annoying. But if everyone assumes that you're overly used to compliments, they might not give them. Just because you don't receive a compliment does not mean you're not attractive. So, do you think you're attractive? Will you be scrolling through old photos of yourself to see how you feel about them now? Let us know in the comments down below. Remember, even if you don't think you're the most attractive person in the room, the familiar phrase, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, rings true every time. So behold, not only what's great—
That was funny. That was fun. All right, now let me get off of that. Let's look at something fun. What's the ugly truth?
Picture this. You're sitting at home alone watching YouTube videos, wondering why you can't find the motivation to do the things you need or want to do or change.
In this video, I'm going to talk about manifestation and the law of attraction and the problem with it, and how Christians can biblically pursue their goals and dreams. If you're new to this channel, my name's Isaac David, and this is the Daily Disciple, where I help you follow Jesus daily. This content is brought to you by my patrons on Patreon. Thank you to each one of you who support me monthly on Patreon. Your own reality, declaring your desire. Manifestation means to be the creator of your own reality. What we decide to focus on will expand. If that hokey new age lingo isn't enough for you, you should know that it was majorly popularized by Oprah. You see, in the early 2000s, Oprah had this book club where she would get all her middle-aged lady viewers to pick up this one specific book, whatever it was for that month, and follow along in the discussion. Now, as you can imagine, whatever book she declared was the book of the month, that book spiked in popularity overnight. Oprah's approval meant a lot back then, unfortunately. The Secret was one such lucky book.
Why do you call it The Secret?
We really needed to contain the knowledge in a couple of words. And the secret is the law of attraction.
Okay, so what do you mean by that?
The law of attraction I would describe as the most powerful law in the universe. And it is the law by which we are creating our lives. So whether we realize it or not, the law of attraction is working all of the time.
It heavily promoted the law of attraction and this idea of manifesting your own future. And as you can imagine, the middle-aged ladies of the early 2000s gobbled it up. Now, I don't want to shade those middle-aged ladies too much for bringing this thing into popularity, because it's all throughout motivational speaking even to this day. Your desire dictates your destiny. Desire it, believe it, repeat it, and it shall be yours. The life you've always wanted is almost within your grasp. Just keep manifesting your future. Sounds like a sweet deal, right? I mean, a lot of people thought so, and unfortunately, a lot of people still think so. So what does manifestation look like practically? Well, we have some advice from a young lady here.
So you have to always stay present in the moment and be manifesting the things you want in the future by already having them in your mind, because that's how they come into the physical. And you can do this with anything. You can, if it's money, you can say, I'm making so much money every day, I make money all the time, I'm constantly bringing money into my life, I am wealthy, so on and so forth, whatever you want it to be. If you're attracting a specific person or a girlfriend or a boyfriend or a significant other, let's say you can say, I am so happy and grateful now that I am in a happy and loving relationship with blank. You can say my specific person. If it's an actual specific person that you know in real life, you can even use their name.
There are some major problems with manifestation, and I probably don't need to spell them out for you already be picking up on some of the red flags that appear. The problem is that it has infiltrated the church in large part. Now, I'm not going to get into too much of how manifestations infiltration, that's a lot there, tongue twister, into the church has really changed the message and really distorted the gospel in some cases. That would be for a whole nother video. But what we need to know is how to identify what is manifestation and why it is wrong. Let's go back to that manifestation website for a second. Manifestation means to be the creator of your own reality. What we decide to focus on will expand. In that worldview, we become God. Like we are the dictators of our own destiny. What we think about will become reality. Like they're putting a lot of pressure on us, a lot of power in our hands, a lot of control. But notice how this directly conflicts with the teachings of the Bible. Proverbs 19:21 says, many are the plans in the mind of man, but it is the purpose of the Lord that will stand. You see, manifestation proposes that we have the power to simply think a thought, or, really just create something out of nothing through our thoughts. Like if I want a big high-paying job, like I want money, like I want whatever, I simply think it, I manifest it into existence. But according to the Bible, man, we ain't got none of that power at all. The purpose of the Lord supersedes all of our own desires, thoughts, whatever, manifestations, all of it. God's purpose comes first because he is sovereign. And if we take on this manifestation worldview, or even try to adopt it within the Christian worldview, we're actually taking a lot of glory away from God, because when something we want to happen, something that we quote unquote manifested happens, we're like, look at me, how awesome I manifested this, and how awesome and powerful are my thoughts. But it's like, yo, God did that, bro. Like, you did not do that. So we take the glory away from God that he deserves. And don't miss this too. The ugly truth of manifestation is that manifestation it does not deliver. You know, I'm convinced that manifestation only works if you have rich parents. No, but really, people have this obsession of asking the universe for stuff. Like, you can be in a conversation just randomly and they're like, I put it out there into the universe, or I asked the universe for it. And it's like, bro, the universe doesn't care about you. And I don't say that to be mean. I say that to direct you to God, who actually does care about you. You know, as Christians, we're called to bring all of our requests to God. But that doesn't mean they're always going to happen or always going to come true. And honestly, it's a good thing that they don't always come true, because God is infinitely wiser than us. If you got every single thing you wanted when you wanted, you would miss out on a lot of growth and also learning to rely on God. The Big Dipper doesn't care about you, but God does. So you're asking me, Isaac, yeah, but does this mean our thoughts don't matter at all? No, they do matter. No, our thoughts are important, and the Bible makes that clear. It actually talks about how we need to take every thought captive. It's not good for Christians to dwell in thoughts of self-pity or anger or anxiety. Like, those things should be submitted to God. We ought to submit our thoughts to Him. And also, our actions are driven by our thoughts often, and our behavior. So if we want to serve God faithfully, yeah, we want to focus on what we're thinking, because it is important. But here's the difference. The law of attraction will encourage us to have all of our thoughts directed inwards, all of our thoughts directed at us. I'm the best, I can get what I want, and so on. In this context, we're putting all of our faith in us to succeed. As Christians, we want God-directed thoughts. Thoughts like, God is in control. God has empowered me to live through His power and His presence for Him. Like I said before, that doesn't mean everything we want or everything we desire or every goal that we have will come true as we think it should. Sometimes Christians fall into this false philosophy of name it and claim it theology. This idea that if I have enough faith for what I want, God will give it to me. What we often miss is that God's purposes are often out of our sight. He is working beneath the surface. But you can trust that God is working things out for our eternal good and His glory. Now, the reason that I say eternal good and not just good is because sometimes in our life things can happen, circumstances can arise that don't seem good. Like, I mean, you even think about the disciples, right? Was their martyrdom good? Was that good? Like, did they have nice, good lives? Was God looking out for them? No, well, we say eternal good because in the grand scheme of things, think about God's purpose and how it's been revealed to us through those disciples. Like, look at how the gospel is spread to many billions or many millions, billions of people, right? Like, that's unbelievable. We get a glimpse of God's purpose there. Was that good that the disciples died, that was their purpose? In the grand scheme of things, yes, that was good because it served God's purpose. And so for us, we can sometimes look at our lives and we're like, yo, God, I thought you were looking out for my good and this seems tough. But what we can't see is what's going on underneath the surface, how God is using that, how God is working in us and through us. We sometimes take on such a limited perspective or tunnel vision and we're like, God, how are you actually using this? And because of that, we kind of maybe sometimes fall into this tendency of like, name it and claim it. Like, if I just believe, I will get what I want, or manifestation. If I just like think about something or think about making money, it will just come to me. These can be tempting philosophies, but ultimately when we can submit our own desires to God and submit our life to Him, and that's not an easy thing to do, but when we can say, God, like, I give my life to you, I want to submit my life to you, and it's a daily thing because each day we're tempted to, follow what I want or do, all these kind of things that are aligned with my own kind of selfish desires, but it's being open and attentive to where God is leading us. And that's one of the missions of Daily Disciple Ministry, is to help people see what it looks like to follow Jesus daily. Part of that, and a big aspect of that, is submitting our lives to Him, our day to Him, and say, God, like, I have these goals, I have these desires, help align them with your heart, help align them with your will, because it's not a bad thing to want to pursue, like, you have goals in this area or whatever, like, that's awesome. But the key is being attentive to what God is saying to us through other people, through circumstances, through His Word, through the Holy Spirit. Being attentive to those things so we're able to properly discern, okay, this is a good direction. Okay, I'm going to keep going here. And it's a process. I'm not going to say this is an easy thing, like you're going to get a sign from God and be like, okay, I know what's going on. But it's like, I'm going to submit my life to Him. That's the best place to be, because I want to be following Jesus. That's going to be the best place for me. The last thing is, remember that God is working underneath the surface. Sometimes His purpose is out of sight, but it is always for our eternal good and His glory. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you're new here, subscribe down below because I'm putting out new videos all the time. If you have topic suggestions for future videos, leave them down in the comments and I'd love to know your thoughts about this video. A lot of you don't know, I have an Instagram.
Okay, so he said it down. He put it down on you. He gave a whole argument about it, and I wouldn't necessarily say that I wholly disagree with him or wholly agree with him. It ain't even about that. I just like the fact that he put his argument down. That's it. You feel what I'm saying? Manifestation and the law of attraction is messing up the Christian message. Period. That's what's up. All right. Let's do one more thing for fun. That's a good contrast to our message, because I would never come and tell you everything is all good. And I'm tired of, I promise you I'm tired of TikTok. Let's just look at what
if you love somebody, you go change. I don't care what it is. Love demands change. You were not able to love properly if you don't change. And a lot of people be like, the man's supposed to change for the woman. No. If you love that person, both parties change. Love is not about giving you money, flowers, chocolates. It's not paying for a trip that you go take that's gonna last for 5 days and now you back at the house arguing. That is not love. You know what I'm saying? And I think this generation, they don't understand what love really is. Me personally, I've learned what love truly is. And if I love a person, I'm gonna change for that person. Whether it's me stop being selfish towards her, whether it's me not seeking attention from other people or validation from the world and focus on the person that I love, it's gonna require sacrifice, change. I cannot stay mad at you because I love you. Not saying that everything gonna be perfect, because it's not. But because I love you, I'm gonna have patience. Because I love you, I'm gonna have long suffering. The things that you try, because I see that you love me and because you changing your actions towards me and what I said hurt me, you changing your actions, I'm gonna stick with you. And I'm not saying stick with somebody because you love them and they continue to do wrong. If a person continues to do you dirty over and over, even when you have said that this is not right and it hurts me and they continue to do it, that's not love. Love is not going to continue to hurt you, baby. Love ain't going to continue to lie to you or seek attention or validation from her friends or from his friends or from Facebook. That ain't love. And anybody can give you money. Anybody can take you on a trip. That's attributes of love. Anybody can show that type of love. But real love gonna require sacrifice. And when you understand that, you gonna love different.
How do you define love? Love is sacrifice. Love is pain. Love is patience. Love is sharing. Love is honesty. Love is integral. Love is unwavering. It's all those things. But I think that more than anything, it is patience.
Sex is not love. Dating is not love. Talking to someone 24 hours a day, 7 days a week is not love. Staying awake all night for someone is not love. Love is someone who sees your tough side and still chooses to love you. It's someone who does things for you when you can't. Someone who holds you and calms you when tears stream down your face. It's someone who expresses all the good things about you when all you see is bad. It's someone who makes sure you're okay. It's someone who thinks of you every night and every day. It's someone who is constantly devoted to you. That is what love is.
What is love?
Huh? What is love? It's got a thing.
It's okay.
What is love?
What is love? Love is having
a passion for either person or a view, a painting. These are all important things in life. Yeah, all right, but.
Sex is not love. Going on dates is not love. Talking 24/7 is not love. Laying up is not love. Love is somebody seeing the absolute worst side of you and still loving you the same. It's somebody making stuff happen for you when you can't. Love is somebody holding you and calming you down when you're pouring your eyes out. It's somebody voicing all the good things about you when all you see is the bad. It's somebody making sure you're okay. It's somebody praying for you day and night. It's somebody making you smile and laugh even when you feel down. Love is someone that's faithful behind your back. It's someone that can hear you when you're quiet. Love is someone that cuts off anything that makes you feel uncomfortable. Love is pure and intentional. That's love. If you get that, don't play with it.
Love is about kindness, compassion, patience, understanding, a willingness to be selfless and pour into that individual. But I think what's also important for people to understand is when we're trying to apply it to romantic relationships, we have to understand that there's other ingredients that are necessary before we can move forward. So you could love someone dearly, but if they are not emotionally ready, because maybe they haven't healed from their past, maybe there's still some things they need to work out in their life, then it wouldn't be time to move forward in a relationship with them. And we have this bad habit of the minute we feel like there's love there, we want to move forward. You mentioned we can get caught up sometimes in, well, we love them because of what they do for us, but what are you prepared to do for them? Love is about giving, all right? So we have to ask ourselves, okay, do we know what their needs are? Are we willing to fulfill those needs? Because if not, maybe this wasn't love. Maybe it just felt good in the moment. Maybe you got caught up in the hype, and that's okay. It happens to almost all of us, if not all of us, at some point in life. But we have to just be very clear with ourselves about what's really driving the intention right now. But I think all those things I mentioned is what encompasses love, and that's like the foundation of it.
I would tell you that I love you tonight, but I know that I've got time on my side. Where you going? Why you leaving so soon? Is there somewhere else that's better for you? What is love if you're not here with me? What is love if it's not guaranteed? What is love if it just ups and leaves? What is love if you're not here no more? What is love if you're not really sure? What is love? What is love? Tell myself I wouldn't cry when you're gone, but I know it's easier said than done. Look at me choked up now. Try to tell you, but it won't come out. What is love if you're not here with me? What is love if it's not guaranteed? What is love if it just ups and leaves? What is love if you're not here no more? What is love?
Alright, we can't listen to no more. Sorry, y'all.
You know, something that I always say is that it's easy to love somebody when you barely know them. When you're just going off of how good the sex
And we
is,
only
or how
watching
good
this
they may
through a
look, or how good they do certain things,
set up
or just in
purposes.
those butterfly stages. When we start talking about real love, we start talking about unconditional love. What about when they start showing you those scars? What about when they start showing you those imperfections? When they start talking about their traumas from their past and stuff they still ain't healed from? I think what unconditional love truly is that when they start showing you those things, and you still trust to choose to love them and choose them for who they are. But see, sometimes I think we get so caught up of just having this person in our life and being connected to this person that we never even take the time to get to understand their scars and their past and their traumas. And then when they start showing them, we stop loving them. And if we do that, I mean, was the love ever even real?
Love is not just endorphins. Love is not just a chemical reaction in the brain. Love is not just a high serotonin level. Love is the freedom to care more about you and less about myself. It does not boast, it is not proud. It also is not rude. Love does not allow you to use your tongue to rip into another person. It also keeps no record of wrongs. Why do I want to keep a record of your wrongs? Because one day, when I do something wrong against you, I'm going to be able to remind you all the many things you've done wrong to me. It's tit for tat. Love is about forgiving and then learning to move beyond the hurt and really actively work for the well-being of the other person. It keeps on going, especially when the reasons to keep on going get fewer in number. And that is exactly the quality of love that Jesus Christ has for you and for me. Have you responded to God's love? And are you allowing His love to flow through you into the lives of others? That's what a Christian is. A follower of Jesus Christ is someone who has opened their life up and received Christ's love. Therefore, they've trusted in Him, and now they're allowing Christ's love to flow through them into the lives of others. God bless you as you make your own decision to trust in Jesus Christ.
I don't believe in unconditional love. You can't just love someone no matter what they do. I mean, damn, there have to be conditions, right?
Of course, no one should allow anyone to treat them badly or accept abuse of any kind. But that's not what unconditional love is about. It's about having empathy while erasing judgments. No strings attached. It's selfless. It's reciprocal and real. It's not a myth. Based on what you just shared with me about your upbringing, sounds like something that you didn't receive as a child. Has anyone ever said to you, I love you, I'm here for you, and I'm not leaving no matter what?
No. No one.
Maybe that's why you don't believe it exists. Because for you, it never has.
Take a second and watch this video.
This is my definition of love. Love is not what you can give. It's about what you can take. Our mothers took a lot. It ain't about what you can give. It's about what you can take. What you can take. How much you endure? You're saying how much you endure? Don't y'all put nothing on it but what I said. You figure it out. Because each person has to define love according to their life experience.
Now, I know what Charleston White just said probably went over your heads completely, but
we don't need
here's
reactions.
a good example of what he's really trying to say. The example is...
At 40 years old, I don't believe in love. And I'll never do another relationship. Love is a manipulation tool. It's a part of the worship gene. It's the illusion. It actually don't exist. You ever notice how when aliens come to this planet, in every movie you watch, they never have emotion? They don't even know what love is. They live and move and make the best decisions in which their population will have the most prosperity. And it's up to us in all these movies to make them believe in love and why they should not destroy us. That's because the shit don't exist. Don't no woman want no broke love. And when I say broke love, I don't mean emotional detachment. I mean the type of love that do not come with 100% living security. Women will deal with your cheating, deal with the baby mamas and all your toxic traits, but they would not deal with going to sleep at night and not having 100% living security. And this is not saying that you can't provide that. What I'm saying is that she feel as if she have to work, she don't need a man. And if she work, it should be an option, not an obligation. As a grown-ass woman, she actually feel as if it's up to the man to provide whatever she needs. I'm gonna tell you when it clicked for me. It was about 4 years ago. I had just worked a double, tired as fuck, laying on the couch sleep. and this young lady never hung out with her before. She called me like, hey, what you doing? I'm like, I'm chilling, I'm asleep. She like, I'm having happy hour at 54th Street. Come meet me up here. By the time I got there, she done had drink, she done ate, all that. I have 2 drinks. The waiter come through like, hey, is this a separate tab? Or is it collab? Like it's a rap album or some shit. She started fidgeting in her phone. Like she ain't hear the waiter. I've been here 30 minutes. 2 drinks. You done had lobsters and ate all this shit. But you don't hear the waiter. You know what, bro? I got it. That's when it clicked for me.
Hello?
Hey. Yeah, sorry I couldn't make it home on time.
Chris, I missed my ship.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry about that. Look, I'm on my way right now. Are you all right with Christopher?
I'm leaving. Chris, I'm leaving.
Right. What?
Did you hear what I said? I have my things together, and I'm taking our son, and we're going to leave now. I'm going to put the phone down.
Linda,
I'm going
wait
to
a
leave.
minute. Hold
we
on.
are leaving.
The best
Exactly.
definition of love I've ever heard. He says,
well, I gotta
love is
check
one
out
thing-
World Page because, and after this we'll move on. Urban Nerd. Okay, I'm gonna follow him because he got the same name as one of my favorite beat makers.
I love myself. I love my skin. I love.
All right.
At 40 years
So now,
old, I don't believe in love. And I'll never do another relationship. Love is a
manifesting
manipulation tool.
love. Now let's look at what everybody want. You want some
You want that money
love?
to hit your bank account, let this video play on repeat. It says, my mind is worth millions. Every penny I spend is returned to me tenfold.
This is how I manifested my fiance in less than a month. I personally teach this method to all my clients who are
She
trying
said
to
in less than a
attract
month,
love
y'all.
in their life, and I promise you this is the method. It's extremely simple. All you need to do is get out a sheet of paper and write down all the qualities that you desire in a partner. When you are writing these, get as detailed as possible. Now, when you're done with that list, I want you to go over the list and be very honest with yourself. Ask yourself, do I lack some of these qualities? Am I actually what I just wrote down here on this paper? So if you are missing any of those qualities or whatever it is that you wrote down, I want you to start becoming that person. We attract what we are, not what we want. The reason this method never fails is because you are now becoming a vibrational match for your partner. So when you become that person that you want, then that is what you will attract to you. Try out this method and let me know how it works for you.
Everything
like her
I
way of
desire
explaining it.
desires me more. I don't chase, I attract. It is a privilege to be in my presence. My energy is expensive and exclusive. My energy is addicting. I always get princess treatment. My heart is open to giving and receiving love. I am enough, just as I am, deserving of love and respect. I am in alignment with unconditional love.
Here's 3 things you can do tonight to get that special person more obsessed with you. Now, please, use this with caution. Make sure you know what you're doing and make sure you are in the right mindset. There's a kind of a little safety net here with this. If you do not have the right mindset, if you are not in a high vibration, this isn't going to work. So, if you're in a high vibration, you're only going to use this for good. Before you go to bed, take a piece of paper and a pen, write this person's name on there. Now here, if you don't even know the person's name, if this is just someone you think that could be your SP, write down what they look like, and all you need to say is this person is thinking of me always. They dream of me every night. Put that piece of paper, that letter, underneath your pillow. The second part. After you have done that, I want you to hold the power hand mudra, and I want you to repeat after me. I am incredible. I am strong. I am the light of the universe. I am love, and I am full of joyful light and abundance. After you've said that, the final part. This is actually as you are dozing off and going to sleep. I want you just to relax and breathe, and I want you to truly know and understand that the divine essence of life, God, the universe, however you want to say it, is living within you. It is living within every atom, every molecule, every essence of your being. It is what you are. Think of that. Meditate on that. That you and the creator of all that there is are one. Realize you are never alone. Once you have done this, fall asleep. Wake up knowing that this person most likely had a dream of you. Again, I say most likely because this will only work for a very small portion of you that actually have the right mindset. If you would like to learn how to have a truly powerful mindset that can create reality the way you want it to be, if you want to really learn how to manifest, reach out to me, go to my website, or hit me up on IG.
Stop scrolling if you come across this video. It's meant for you to see it. This manifestation method is going to get you anything you want. Do you hear me? Every time I use this method, literally the things that I am manifesting start manifesting within 24 hours. I have used this method to manifest money, love. I've used this method to manifest the life that I want to live. This is considered the 369 method. And you become aligned with your desires when you become in tune with them, with writing and saying them 3, 6, and 9 times a day. You will begin to call all of your wealth to you, and you will start actually living the life that you want to live.
If you want to manifest love, you need to listen to this video. I manifested my husband in 2 weeks. We've been together for 3 years now. But this is the thing.
They be like, I manifested my husband. That's what's up.
My husband in 2 weeks. We've been together for 3 years.
Y'all go ahead.
But this comment says, can you please talk about how you manifested your husband and created space for him to come in? That last part is important, so let's dive into it. It's your favorite manifestation coach, and if you're new here, I'm Pebbles. I'm impatient as shit, so if you like fast results, you need to be following. First things first, we're going to get into the technique, okay? I use the day in the life technique, the day in the life of me, my husband, and my son that I had previous to this marriage, okay? If I was to hand you that paper right now, you would be able to vividly see how that day played out, okay? What we did, mannerisms that my husband does. He's wealthy. I made sure we touched base on that, okay? I made sure I touched base on how he treats me. We spend 15 minutes every single morning pillow talking before we both go wake up my son as a big happy family, okay? He started that. It was in my manifestation, and he's the one that got it started. So, it's not weird. Put it in there. I got that technique from a lady who said she manifested her husband all the way down to she found a man who hated wearing colored socks. He only wore white socks. And her friend introduced her to a man who only wore white socks and hated colored socks, or vice versa. I can't remember. So just put it in there. Keep this by your bed. I kept mine in my nightstand, and I read it to myself as if it was like a bedtime story and visualized it as I was reading. 2 weeks, my man popped up in my job. Now, how did I prepare the rest of my life for this lifestyle? You need to make sure that your home is not a bachelor pad, okay? Bachelorette pad. If you have pictures of single women weeping or something, take it down. I had a book collection from Serena Valentino of the Disney Villain series on display in my living room because I love the covers. They're gorgeous. But those don't get a happy ending. Okay? They're fairy tales, but they're not the ones who get the girl. They're not the ones who get the marriage. They're the ones who get the shit end of the stick. Also, I didn't have this, but my mom taught me this. If you want a partner, why do you only have one nightstand? Why is your bedroom not symmetrical for said partner? And lastly, your mindset. Okay? When I was wanting to meet my husband, right before I did this, I would contradict myself. I would be like, I'm so lonely. I just want somebody to hold me at night. And then at the same time, I would be like, no, bitch. We Miss Independent. We focus on our goals. You don't need to be worried about a dude being laid up with nobody. You need to be worried about these bills. Like, you don't deserve love right now. Focus, focus, focus. This is not the time. You can't have both.
Right.
So make sure that you fix your mindset to you can have both. Me being with a man or me being with a woman is not going to affect my bills, okay? You can work and have a relationship. I don't know why that is a mind reset thing, but it is. I see it a lot in my clients. So, this video is getting really long, but that's the gist of it.
This is the thing. If you want to manifest that man, the love letter method is going to do it every damn time.
I want to see that.
This with my last ex, and it worked. Okay, so the steps are, first, pretend that you're that person. Pretend you're the guy. Then you're going to take a piece of paper and you're going to write a love letter to you. So you're pretending like you're him writing a love letter to Michaela. Like, I'm Michaela. So I'm pretending that I'm Josh and Josh is writing a love letter to me. Like, you want to pretend to be him and think the most positive thoughts, feel the most positive feelings, and like write them all in this letter. Write down what you want to do, how you want the relationship to be, how you want everything to play out. And like, you got to really feel it. Like, you can't just write it. You got to feel it as if it is. As if it is, and as if you are him from his perspective. You're going to reread this letter to yourself literally as if he gave it to you, and you're like, oh my God, thank you. You're gonna do this every night for 3 nights. Then you're gonna sleep with it under your pillow for each one of those 3 nights, and then on the final morning you're gonna reread it to yourself, and then it is like, then you just gotta trust like the universe gonna do its thing. And like, I swear to God, this manifestation method is so strong.
Don't watch this video unless you want to manifest the partner of your dreams. Matter of fact, when I did this, I attracted my soulmate in just 4 days. 3 steps. Number 1, bring out a pen and paper and write down the names of everybody who's ever hurt you that you can remember. Whether or not you feel like you deserve to be forgiven or not, doesn't matter. Because what's keeping you stuck isn't that you're not forgiving them, is that you aren't releasing them. So you got to release their energy. So write their names down, and when it's done, when you have it all there, crumple that paper and burn it. And by burning it, you're releasing that energy from yourself. Second, put on another piece of paper and write down everything that you want in a partner. Everything that you want. Your desires, what do they like, what do you have in common, how are they, as detailed as you can. And you keep that, of course. You keep that paper, you never let it go. Third step is you surrender and just live life in a high vibration. Take care of yourself. Do things that you love and do things that you're fond of that makes your heart sing. And what ends up happening is when you're in a higher vibration, your partner actually will find you at higher vibrations, because manifestation happens faster at higher vibrations. Therefore, whoever's looking for you right now will find you if you do just 3 steps.
Okay, so bestie, the year 2024 is a year of abundance, and we will end this year wealthy. Okay, we will be stinking rich, and I'm going to teach you how in just one moment. Most people haven't a clue how to manifest properly, but I just got this journal in the mail, and it breaks it down so easily that even a 5th grader can do it. I like to consider myself a master manifester. I have written my own ebooks on manifesting, and this journal literally breaks down everything, even simpler than I did. The first thing that I wanted to share with you guys is the gratitude portion of this journal, because you cannot manifest anything without showing gratitude to the universe for the things that you already had and the things that are to come. It also teaches you about high frequencies and low frequencies. If you are looking to manifest money that is on the higher spectrum of the frequency, you have to match that vibration. This is my favorite portion of the book, the scripting method. I have manifested thousands of dollars, traveled all over the world with this method. You need to be writing your manifestations as if they've already come to fruition, as if you're already living in that reality, baby. And then you need to be saying these affirmations out loud. My mind is worth millions. Every penny I spend is returned to me tenfold. I get paid to exist. Come on, y'all. My energy is expensive and exclusive. My presence is a privilege. My family line is now blessed with wealth. Y'all gotta get into these affirmations. Say them out loud. Say them loud. The universe will hear you. I promise you the journal is A1. The prompts are all there to make it super easy for you to manifest the wealth and the life that you deserve. Bestie, what the hell are you waiting on? Order yours now. All right?
I heard you want to manifest love.
really fucking fast. Well, you came to the right place. Let's go. And if you've never seen my beautiful face, I'm Pebbles. I'm everyone's favorite manifestation coach because I get everybody results really fucking quickly. And I got receipts on my page, so go check it out.
Just the same Pebbles?
This is going to be part 3 to this series. Part 1 was manifesting a house, which that has been working, and I'm so proud of all of you. Part 2 was manifesting a car really fucking fast. And part 3 is going to be manifesting love. Like the other 2 steps, this is going to be 6 steps long. So if you don't have time to listen to what I have to say, but you want to manifest love, save this video and come back to it later. Also, make sure that you comment a heart or something or the word love so that you can claim this energy. And if you don't, that's fine. Your cats will love you. I'm kidding, but let's jump into it. You're going to need a pen for this first step. Step number 1. I want you to think about all of your past relationships, and I want you to write down what went wrong, what you hated, and repeating patterns from every single relationship. What did you notice that you want to let go of and not take into this next relationship? And I know what you're thinking. Pebbles. 1, that's negative. And 2, why the fuck do I want to revisit the past? You want to revisit the past because I manifest very fast. So once you're done with this, the universe is going to make you bump into this person that you put on this list, and you're going to fuck it up. Because you're carrying baggage from your past relationships, and you didn't let that shit go. Okay? So the universe is going to be like, hey, I did my job. I gave you that man. I gave you that woman, but you weren't ready, and that had nothing to do with me. So we're going to avoid that by bringing the shit up. The next step, you're going to need a pen again. I want you to write down what your dream relationship looks like and your perfect ideal date, okay? I want you to go into detail. We communicate great. If you have kids, then they're a good parent. They are a good fill-in. You know, really go into detail about what you want. Step number 3, my favorite part, design your dream partner. This is going to sound weird, but I saw this on TikTok a long time ago before I manifested my man. And this lady said that on her list of demands or creating this person, he hated white socks. Never wore white socks. They just bothered him. And a couple of days later, her best friend called her and said, dude, I've got the best man for you, and he hates white socks. Isn't that weird? And they've been married for 13 years. So it doesn't matter how weird it is. Write the shit down. Step number 4 is the most important step, so make sure that you're paying attention. You are going to master self-concept. Now, when you're manifesting love and mastering self-concept, it doesn't take years, okay? You can just start saying affirmations about how you're a bad bitch, and it'll start instantly working, okay? So, you want to master self-concept. Self-concept is being the Beyonce of your reality. Everyone loves me. You just have this magnetic energy that draws people to you. But you're so worried about loving yourself that you don't have to worry about the universe bringing this person to you because they're just going to fall into your lap. Okay? I'm going to contradict myself.
Don't. All right, y'all. I'm sorry. I got lost in my game. So we coming up on the last 10 minutes. Wanted to break up some of the monotony and just give my last little stamp on this. So, checking your manifest. Did you check it while we were sitting there watching the videos, chilling, talking, and doing all of that? Did you go down your list and say, hey, I got this, I got that, I got that? Because now we about to take a trip back into you. Whoever you are, you about to take a trip back into you. So I hope that you checked your manifest. Thank you for joining me again today. That's my conclusion. Check your manifest because you about to take a trip into you. All right? Make sure you got all your stuff, your luggage, your people, all of that goodness. So I'm your host, Dan F. Mann. This has been another episode of Expansion Pack. This is episode 45. 45. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to holler at y'all on tomorrow, Tech Tuesday, and I'm out of here. Y'all go ahead and listen to some more of these messages on manifestation. Ministering.
If you are looking to make a significant change in your life, you can tap into the energy of the upcoming 1010 portal happening this Tuesday.
All right, let's see. What's his name? Godly, what's his name? Dang. Oh. Let's see what he got to say.
you and your manifestations is your energy, okay?
All right,
it's
y'all.
the energy that you're emitting. It's the traumas,
well, I gotta set up
the
this
scarcity,
other scene. So
the heavy things that we are holding that deep down are making us feel like we're not worthy for the things that we're asking for, that we don't deserve it, that even if we say we want it, we can't have it, we can't hold it. And if we do get it, we're not gonna have it for long, because deep down it's not ours, it's separate from us, right? And that's something that I found was like missing in every single thing that I was learning, was that they were teaching us to manifest these things that were outside of us, that were separate from us. And that's why it was never happening how it was supposed to. That's why it always seemed so far away, because it wasn't us. It wasn't true. It wasn't resonant. It wasn't aligned. It wasn't an true energetic alignment with who we are. So in this video, I'm going to share a few things that you might want to. It's just for me to have fun, to enjoy life, and
peace, y'all.
when it
I'm out.
I'm going to be so grateful, and I will
Happy
recognize
holidays.
it when it shows up, because I trust it's already mine. I know it's already mine. So why do I need to be thinking about it all the time? Why do I need to be worrying, wondering if this is exactly what it is that I want? No, I know that it's mine, so I don't need to worry. It's like when you order a pizza and you're waiting for it.
Did you put the pepperoni on it? I didn't want onions. Did you get that? Did you get that? Like, are you sure it's gonna come? Are you sure? Are you sure? Are you sure? You said 30 minutes. It's 25 minutes. Are you sure? Are you sure?
You know that you've ordered your pizza, that you've said exactly what you want on it, and that it's gonna show up. So what are you gonna do in the meantime? You're gonna prepare your life. You're gonna get your plates out. You're gonna get your drinks ready. You know, you're gonna be ready for your pizza when it gets there. You're gonna be building your appetite and like your hunger, feeling like the desire for it, so that when it gets there, you're gonna fully enjoy it, knowing that, you know, you did everything you needed to do. It's already yours. You paid for it already. You know, you're just waiting for it to show up, and then you can enjoy it. It's the same thing with the detachment piece. Okay, you really need to trust that everything you're asking for is already yours. Sometimes you don't even need to like say it out loud. It's just that desire piece. And when you're really like truly aligned, like that's the crazy thing, is like you might think something and be like, oh, it would be really awesome to, I don't know, go for coffee tomorrow with my friend. And you might just like think that and like let it go. And then you don't think about it for the rest of the day. And then maybe your friend texts you at like 9:30, like, hey, I'm free tomorrow. You want to go for coffee? You know, it's as simple as that when you're truly aligned, when you're truly an energetic match for the things that you're asking for, and when there's no resistance to what you're asking for, when you're able to like detach from it. And the resistance piece, which, you know, they do talk about that, so I'm not going to get into that. What is another thing I can share with you?